fiery congressional hearing laid bare deep fractures in Washington's war strategy, as U.S. War Secretary Pete Hegseth clashed with lawmakers over billions spent on Ukraine and escalating tensions with Iran.
I would note $30 billion for bureaucrats in Ukraine is more than the bill that we've talked about today for an existential and critically important war to ensure that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. That's worth noting.
Hegseth triggered controversy by claiming the U.S. has spent $30 billion for bureaucrats in Ukraine, arguing that even greater stakes now lie in what he called an existential confrontation to stop Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. Under sharp questioning from Senator Angus King, who accused Washington of abandoning Ukraine, Hegseth doubled down, demanding Europe step up, fund the war, and shoulder the burden, insisting the conflict is Europe's responsibility.
Senator, if you would hold that chart back up,
Yep.
I think that's a beautiful chart. I think that's exactly what we want. We want Europe stepping up and funding and shouldering the burden. They are rich countries worth $20 trillion versus an economy of $2 trillion. Europe can step up, Europe can fund it, and they have through our Pearl Initiative and through our European Command. That's exactly what the American people want to see, is other countries stepping up and funding that. If it's that important to Europe, which I understand why it is, and the incursion of Russia and the bravery of the Ukrainians, then European countries should pay for it, and that's exactly what that chart says, and that's the administration policy.
The hearing escalated further when Senator Elizabeth Warren raised allegations of potential financial conflicts of interest tied to defense-linked investments. Hegseth dismissed the claims outright, calling them fabricated and politically motivated. The exchange exposed a volatile mix of war fatigue, alliance strain, and political distrust, signaling a hardening U.S. stance where Europe is being pushed to pay more, Ukraine funding is under fire, and Iran is increasingly framed as the central strategic threat.